Easter Sunday, that was April 20th, 2014, Asher asked me to make him some French toast. So I made the French toast and just dousing it with maple syrup so that he would have his French toast. And then shortly after, Asher essentially collapsed on the floor. That Easter Sunday was really, everything changed for us.
I remember me going to the washroom and drinking a lot of water in the middle of the nights a lot, and me losing weight. And then I remember my mom giving me a big French toast breakfast, I remember that. And then I went to the hospital, and everyone gave me presents and stuff, and they talked to us about diabetes.
I distinctly remember in the hospital, Asher was having a blood sugar check done, and they checked his blood sugars before he had his meal. And he turned to me and said, "Mommy, when are they going to stop doing this to me?" And I had to tell him that, this is going to be the way it is for every meal. And to really think about what every single meal is for the rest of your life is overwhelming. It meant a complete life change for all of us. We had to eat right on time. We had to eat at 10:30. We had to eat at noon. It was so regimented. Everything was so counted. I was always second guessing myself, thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing this correctly? So it was like having a newborn again, setting your alarm every 2 hours, waking up, doing a finger poke, so poking his finger, drawing blood. It was absolutely exhausting. Shortly after diagnosis, we got a phone call from the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, or the JDRF, and they were a peer mentor. I didn't know anybody else with type 1 diabetes, so to get a phone call from somebody who was living with the condition was really comforting and reassuring. It's not uncommon for us to send each other messages at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're always supportive of each other, and we're there for each other, so it's really, really nice. Just under 1 year after diagnosis, we transitioned Asher onto an insulin pump, and it really did change our lives dramatically.
Inside of the pump is insulin, so I have to type in how much insulin I want to give myself and what my blood sugars are, and I have to check that from my watch.
Another thing that the JDRF has funded research for is the continuous glucose monitor, and Asher is currently on a sensor, and so now he doesn't need 15 finger pokes a day. He can get by with just 2 finger pokes a day. So instead of pulling Asher and checking him every half an hour, I was able to rely on the technology, and it was amazing for him. He finally felt like every other child. And so this year he's become a lot more independent because he knows what his blood sugars are doing all the time. I knew that I wanted for him to have a normal life where he could do everything, but I never thought that, to see it happen is a really amazing thing now. Every year on the day of his diagnosis, it's called his diversity, and it's not something that's unique to our family. A lot of type 1 families celebrate that day. It's kind of like a rebirth for your child, right? It's a brand new beginning for them. So on Asher's diversity, he gets a cake. We celebrate that day, and instead of blowing out candles on his cake, wishing for a new toy, he blows out his candles and hopes for a cure.